So this month is Blocktober Fest, when level designers gray box different levels and ideas and things. So it's kind of a challenge to see how many different gray box level designs you can create over the course of the month and share them online for other people to check out. So you'll see some really cool AAA game designers and level designers show off some of their stuff and some of their process. So it's kind of neat to see and also to participate. So I thought for this year I would do some gray boxing using ProBuilder, which is the built-in software for Unity now. It used to be an asset that you'd have to purchase, which I did a long time ago, but now it's part of the um, asset manager. So it's easy to find. You just go into the asset package manager and you'll find ProBuilder in here. Close this. So it's pretty easy to get started, so I thought I would try to mess around with it. Basically, I'm going to create a internal view of the Serenity from the TV show Firefly. That'll be kind of cool to do that. So I've found some internal maps here to kind of look at. This I guess is from the Firefly RPG or something like that. So it's got a basic deck layout, which is cool, and then it also has sort of the internals of the rooms in the ship. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of gray box some of this out. It's not going to be perfect or super detailed because it's a gray box, but I thought I'd give it a try with ProBuilder. So let's get started. So with ProBuilder, you can just select a shape, and you click the shape tool. You can select a cube. I'm going to set this up to be, let's see, it's about 4 wide, and, well, it's about 8 wide, and the bridge is about 12 in length, but I'm going to make it 16 in length. And let's see here. We'll do 8 high. Okay. Alright, so this is kind of the start. I'm just going to start with the bridge and go from there. Okay, so I just zeroed it out in the inspector, but this is the cube that ProBuilder gives me. So my plan is to flip the normals after I've kind of mapped out a full map of the ship. Okay, so if we look on here, you'll see that the these boxes are all about 10 feet, which I did some math earlier. There's about 10 feet per 3 meters, so that's like 3 standard Unity cubes per 10 feet. I kind of rounded it up to 4, so we'll see what happens. Maybe 3 would be better. So anyway, this is 3 feet, 3 meters, 3 meters, 3 meters, so this would be 6, so 9, and then a little bit here and a little bit there, so maybe mine is a little bit long, but so this might be a little long for the front here. So with ProBuilder, there's a little top menu up here, as well as a window. A lot of times when you start ProBuilder, you have to go up to Tools, go to ProBuilder window. I'll show you that. And then there's also a couple different defaults. So there's actually an icon menu that looks like this. This is relatively new. It didn't look like this when they first started, so I'm really used to the text menu. I just don't quite know where everything is on the icon menu. So And then this bar up here allows you to do object mode and then to do kind of edit mode for different parts, so vertex, edge, and face. So if I select face and then I click a little bit here, and I've got my grid on, so that's 6, that's 9, and we'll give it a little bit more padding because one of the things I noticed with the front of the ship, it kind of extends out a little bit, and when you do the cockpit, it's going to be kind of weird. So now I'm going to just pop it out a little bit here. So if you hold down Shift and pull, you can add little spaces. I like to add things here because I can't quite remember how it works in Serenity, but they probably have some sort of doorways, so kind of giving extra geometry a little bit for that will help. If I do a little bit more, I can then bounce it down a little bit, and then alright, so there's kind of this little mini hallway, and then let's see, add a little bit here, and then this. Yeah, we can do. What I'm thinking is I want to kind of stretch the diagonal portion here. So I'm just going to select the whole thing. Just pull it out a little bit. Okay, and then now we're actually into the hallway. So this is like the hallway where all the characters kind of walk through a lot to go down to their crew dorms. So let's see, 6. Yeah, so this is about, I'm going to say it's about as long as the bridge. And it's also not as tall as the bridge. So okay. In fact, oh, this is a little too high. The ceilings look a little too high to me. So let's see here. What can we do? Yeah. Oop. Alright, so that's good. Okay, so that's the front hall. Now we're going to get into the kitchen. So shift and move out. That's just extruding. There is extrude on here somewhere, but it's just shift and pull. It's right here. And you can actually dial in what kind of, how far you want to extrude and from where. So it's cool. Alright, so now we have the kitchen here. And so the kitchen is about 12 in length. So about a little bit here. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and then we'll do 10. Okay, and one of the things about the kitchen is it has like a little bit of a raised ceiling, so we're just going to pop that up a little bit. And let's let's see, there's also a back hall behind the kitchen. So we'll just, oh, so another thing that I need to add here, and you'll see on this, so we're kind of, let's see if I can, so there is your, alright, so obviously it doesn't look exactly like the the picture because we don't have the outside of the ship, but you'll see this is the bridge, and then we have the kind of hallway here, and we have to bring this down a little bit more, bring this up, and then we have the kitchen here. So another piece too that we need to look at is the shape from above. So you'll see the bridge has kind of this kind of a looks like a house a little bit. So, and then we have our long hallway here, and there's some stairs, and then there's also a side area here, and then the kitchen area actually has like a almost like a diamond type shape to it. So these are all things we need to add geometry to kind of make it. So if we do it like this, so one thing we can do is we can pop it out like that, and it's not super extreme. It does look like it comes out a little bit more maybe, and also further down. So I'm going to actually select this edge here. Ooh, we probably need to select all the edges. Now there are some shortcut keys for that. I do not remember what they are. So if we select a whole ring around, then we can move the whole kind of edge loop basically. So that looks a little bit closer to what that is here. Now I left this side unbent. Can I just see this? Okay. And part of my reason is because there's a pop out here. So it's square, but then it kind of has this little stop sign, octagon type shape on this side here. So we already have one cut here, but you'll see it kind of pops it over. So let's see, how can we do that? Okay, so in the ProBuilder menu, if you select edge and select an edge, there is a edge loop feature. Okay, so put that there. We're going to need another one. Yes, this is going to get a little bit more complex, but that's fine. Okay, so we'll put this kind of here. Alright, so let's play around with it and see what we can do. Alright. So what's interesting about ProBuilder is you can do do a lot with it. It's not exactly like a completely full-fledged modeling program. In fact, even the creators say, like, you know, if you need to model something super detailed, go into your regular 3D modeling program. But it's not bad for this kind of stuff. So, but you can mess it up, and then you have to go back and try to figure out how to fix it. And it can get messy. So I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to see if I can okay. See, I don't want to bend that much stuff, so I think I need like another loop maybe in there. Where? Okay. So you can also kind of just like go back if you Control Z. So I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try to extrude the area that I want here, and then it might even be better if I had a separate shape, which is also fine. I think I would need to like remove walls and things like that if I do it that way. But so if I have this extruded, I think I can. Let's see. Yeah, so I can expand it. Let's see here. Instead of expanding it though, I do want it to follow the grid lines, so let's see if I can do that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so if we look back on our chart here, it kind of goes back, and then out, and then across. So alright, cool. And so I'm just going to extrude it. And then now it looks kind of too big to me. It's a little too big. So let's see what we can do. So, okay. So you'll see here, it's about one box across. So we can always work on it if we need to, but it's kind of about the width of this hallway, and maybe my hallways are a little too wide too, but looks a little bit. Alright, so we'll go with that for now. Okay. then okay, so we're going to need another edge loop in here, and we'll put it, I think it looks better about here. I know if you look at the map, it kind of looks smaller than that, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this whole thing looks too wide to me, so let's see here. Alright, so that's about 6 across. Okay, let's go with that for now. Alright, so there we have that part. Okay, so there's only a little bit left after the kitchen area. There's a back hall and an engine. So back hall is about 6 long, so we'll give it a little there, and it's actually down. Kind of like that. Alright. And then, so unfortunately I've just added some extra geometry here, but it'll be okay. We got one more room to do. So then the engine room is again kind of like that. Alright, so we have that piece. There is one other area in here. If you look on the top view here, and we haven't shaped the cockpit area from above either, but over here you have a bunch of ladders and things like that, and then also there's this like stair area. So let's just throw that in. Okay, so go to our line tool, we'll grab this line, we'll insert an edge loop, and then insert another edge loop. Alright, cool. And then we'll select faces again. We'll just pop this out. Oops. You see, it's actually way bigger than it probably should be. Oops. Okay, so we'll just do 3 because that's kind of what I've been doing. So it goes out away and then down. So let's see here. Can we do that? Yeah. So we'll have to see once we run around inside it how it looks with too wide, but we're gonna go for it for now. So it kind of comes away and then it expands out. I don't think, no, just go straight. actually it kind of goes, it's a little bit farther up actually, but this will be fine for now. And this technically, okay, go back to that. Kind of goes like that. So let's see here. What can we do to make that work? I guess we'll just do another line here. We'll just good. And inside here we'd put a staircase. So we're a little close to where the kitchen is, and this kind of the table area. Luckily, this goes around a corner, so let's see how much farther we have to go down. So maybe we'll pull this all down a little bit more. Pull this down. Can we do it? So I think we can. We just need to do it right. So let's do this, this. Maybe not. Maybe not that. Yeah, like that. Okay, and then we're gonna have to make this bigger. Okay. All right. So now we're almost down to the lower level here, and let's see. Sure. Alright, so now we have like a 3 wide here, and it's just gonna fit underneath here. Okay, cool. So that kind of gets into the lower level. So let's just finish off the top a little bit. Okay, so at the top, we want to pop the corners out a little bit on the. So I think we're going to add a little bit more geometry here, and then we're going to select this and see. Ooh, okay, we'll need both. Kind of like that. It's a little more angled in the front there than we have. Let's see. It looks wider. Okay, let's see if we pull this. Yeah. Alright, so we have something off with our grid now. Okay, let's see here. Oof. So, yeah, one of the problems with ProBuilder actually is that the mirror modifier is like you have to model it and then mirror it. It doesn't give you like a live mirror modifier. So, alright. So I know what's wrong with this. It's like this is squared off in the back there, which is a little bit more geometry than what I have here. So I'm just going to kind of leave it for now. Alright. So everything else is a little skinnier than that, but we've blocked it straight off that shape. So I'm going to grab this. Alright, so I just made them a little bit shorter, or a little bit skinnier. Okay, so now I've kind of the upstairs, the downstairs here. We've got this in the back is also probably not supposed to be this wide. So let's see. A lot of stuff to kind of pull in. Let's see. Can Alright, that's not too bad. The engine room, let's see. It's a little wider than the hallway. Oh, another staircase. Ooh. Okay, well, let's do one staircase for now. Okay, so I think this video is getting a little long already. So one thing that I can show you, well, let's just add a little bit of the bottom first, and then, okay, so that staircase looks like it goes into the crew dorms, sort of, but actually, if you look here, it goes down into the cargo bay. The cargo bay is this giant room. So let's put a giant room underneath the kitchen, and that would be cool. Okay, so to do that, we are going to extrude this. And so it's a big square room. So let's see here. This might not be. Let's go Control Z. Okay, so we have kind of the end of our staircase here. I'm going to push it back one actually, and then I'm going to extrude out one, and then I'm going to extrude out the length of the ship, and then here. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit more geometry probably than I wanted, but it's okay. Alright, when you get detailed and stuff like that for building the walls out and things, you'll need lots and lots of edge loops and things, so it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, so Control Z. So I just selected the bottom here. Let's see if I can expand it. So if you look, the cargo hold is at least 6 height. Okay, good. And the cargo hold's filled with all sorts of catwalks and things like that, so probably will be even better if it was bigger. Alright, so let me just show you one final trick with this block out. So I'm probably going to do some more, so I'm going to save this right now. And I'll just save it as Serenity 2. Alright, and then if we select the whole object, and then you go into your ProBuilder menu, and there's something called Flip Normals. Now we just hollowed out the whole inside. And I'm going to grab from the sample standard assets, first person character controller. I wonder if this has a mesh on it. Anyway, we're going to toss it in here, and then let's look at this thing. Yes, it does have a mesh. Okay, so we'll make it static. Okay, we have this guy in here. Oops, Control C. Alright, so there's no lights in here, so I'll just put a few lights in. Okay. So now let's just see what happens when we run around inside it. Alright. So this is the engine room. Oh, it looks a little... Oop. Oop. So, yeah. Okay, there we go. So this would be where the kitchen table is, I guess. And then up here is the... up here is the bridge. And then... Did our staircase make it? Yeah. So this would be our kind of go down into the... So it's interesting lighting, but this is our cargo hold. It does not look as big as it would look in the TV show. So maybe we need to make it a little bigger. Also, that's a big drop. We need stairs there. So anyway, there's a quick block out. Can't quite get around it if I try to jump back up. So yeah, it would be interesting to see, like with furniture and things like that, whether this is too big or too small. I don't know, feels kind of okay for some of the ceiling heights and stuff. So, alright, so anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up here. That was just a little bit of playing around in ProBuilder to create kind of the inside of Firefly spaceship. I think I'm going to keep doing this so you can follow along and see how it comes along. Might go back and fix some of these things, obviously, and I'll show you a little bit more. Alright, thanks a lot for tuning in. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and check out some of my other stuff. Thanks a lot. Bye.